All right, Wayne State women's basketball defeats Purdue Northwest 89-68. I'm joined by head coach Carrie Lohr and senior forward Taylor Thompson. Coach, before we talk about what just happened against the Pride, go back to the Northern game. I know obviously didn't go as you guys wanted. I think it's the first game that kind of got away from you guys. What was the message after that, and maybe leading up to this game tonight, what was the message and what were you trying to accomplish?
Well, to answer your question, I think the answer is a little twofold. One, I think that Northern Michigan had an incredible shooting night. And however, I also think that it was we didn't defend well either. So I'm complimenting Northern. I think that they had a remarkable night, and I think that showed what they're capable of. But I also think, as watching film, that there were a lot of things that we can clean up. And we spent this week watching film a lot more than normal, especially on ourselves, and tried to transition and translate some of those things into the game today. Was it perfect? No. Did I see progress? Yes.
Absolutely. So now 6-0 at home, took care of home court so far this season. Obviously you won at PNW. Here kind of had to pull away late. Halftime it was a 6-point game. You outscored them by 15 in the second half. The game at their place, the game here. Similarities, differences, did they do anything different? Kind of how do those two games compare?
I just think that, they changed the lineup. So that was kind of new. That was obviously new to me, but also new to them. And to be honest with you, I thought that, when you change your lineup with multiple players this late in the season, I thought that they responded very well to it. Purdue Northwest did. And it kind of, throws you off a little bit when you spend time talking about certain players and what they do. I just think that they are really a dangerous team. I think that they have guards who can score it and want to score it, and they will just take it off the bounce or a step back three. So, they're young, and I think that as they grow through this, they have two sophomore guards that have been leading them in scoring in the past, outside of Alyssa Cole, who will graduate. I just think they're a dangerous team. Second half, we did talk about some changes in the locker room at halftime, and think, you never know if, should we do this or should we do that? You're kind of not really sure. We're at that point where if it backfires, can they rattle off a bunch of points on you? And it didn't backfire, and it worked for us. And I just think, Taylor's leadership and her willingness to do whatever it takes for the team. I mean, this is 2 nights in a row, back-to-back at Northern and here, that she's had a great night, but she's also had a great defensive night. And she's really been working hard, and we're really fortunate. She's playing great right now.
Aside from Taylor, we'll get to her in a second, but I thought Carrington played really well. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, no turnovers. She was plus 23. And then Coco, 10 points. She had a rebound, an assist, a steal. Again, no turnovers. I thought those two guards were really impressive. Coco, especially in the first half, came off, gave you guys a spark. What did you see from those two tonight?
I think that both of them are players that we are just waiting for them to take off. And I think they both have the potential, the ability. I think that consistency for all of us, all of our players, and being consistent all the time is something that all of us have to get better at. So those two players are included in that. And once it clicks, I think they're both going to really take off. I think we're showing signs of progress, and I'm excited for them, and I'm excited, that they're a great complement to our team. And what they did tonight was really important.
Coach, last one for you, Taylor. Just sit tight. We won't see you Saturday. You guys will be in Big Rapids to face Ferris. No game is bigger than the rest, but this one, it carries a little extra weight. I'll just say that. You beat them by 13 here. What do you want to see from your team in that game, other than a win, obviously, but what do you want to see up in Big Rapids?
We want to compete. I mean, we have a chip on our shoulder. They're the ranked team, not us. They're the team that's been, getting recognition. So really, we're the underdog. Even though we beat them, obviously it didn't mean anything because they're still ranked and we're not. We haven't been all year. And I'm not caught up in that, but if you're a ranked team, you probably are trying to stay ranked, right? So the pressure is really on them. I mean, it's their position, right? So we need to come in loose, ready to play, and obviously we have to defend. Their style of play is a little unique, maybe a little more like a Parkside, a little bit, with the idea of just getting anywhere from 85 to 90 possessions per game, which they're really taking shots close to every 8 to 10 seconds, and obviously shooting 30 plus threes. So different look than what we played so far in the GLIAC, and we've got to be ready for that.
Taylor, we had you on triple-double watch a little bit tonight. 33 points, tied your career high, 10 boards, 7 assists. Coach mentioned last 2 games were good, but this time I'd imagine it's sweeter when you get the win and you play well. How did you guys come back from that Northern game, and what did you see out there tonight against PNW?
Yeah, first and foremost, I just have to thank God, because he's really the reason why I'm able to go out on the court and kind of just do what I do. After the Northern game, I think I was just a little disappointed, because I've seen what we can do defensively, especially when we played Grand Valley. We held them the whole game, and it was close the whole game. So it's I know what we can do defensively, and I feel like we just didn't come with that intensity at the Northern game. So I really wanted to try and focus us on playing good defense coming into this game, and I think we're still a little flat in the first half, but I think we started to pick it up in the second half and got some more people involved, and even me helping out my guards, because a lot of times I just feel like I'm kind of just stuck on a post player and I'm not really involved all the time, but being able to go out and hedge and help my guards, that makes me feel better about our team defense.
I asked Coach about Carrington and Coco. Kind of 2 ends of the spectrum. Coco is a sophomore, hasn't played a ton of basketball in her career. Carrington's a grad student. She came here from a Division I school, has played a lot. What did you see from those 2 out there tonight?
Yeah, they're just great sparks. They can really score whenever they want to. I think with Coco, she just has to grow into the player that she is a little bit more, and I try to help her out as much as she can, or as I can, and I just think she just has some moments where she has to lock in a little bit, but once she grows into that and locks in, she's going to be unstoppable. And with KG, she has that D1 experience. I think she just needs to be more confident with it. She has all she needs to be a good player. She just needs to be more assertive and get to the basket.
All right, guys. Well, we won't see you for a week, and then after that, you're going to be here a lot. So thanks for the time, and good luck at Ferris State.
Thank you.